What is up, Creative King? Welcome to episode number 53 of In the Frame Podcast. First thing is first.
Let's go.
Salud.
It's good stuff, man.
Woo, we back.
Episode 53, man.
Sir.
So, Pete, you're finally back from your vacation kind of thing. You weren't here last week, so that was a first time experience for us. How'd you feel, man? Were you jelly that you got replaced?
Yeah, you know, it was a different. I saw all those comments like, "What the hell? Where's Pete gone?" I was just like, "Fuck, man."
Man, you got replaced, bro. You're a little too cocky for the show. Anyways, no. So, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed Brandon's episode. For those who haven't listened, make sure you guys check it out. Dude from Las Vegas, he's a killer. So yeah, man, it's actually something I learned about that show was like, it's hard to do one-on-ones. It's harder than it looks. I thought it was gonna be a little easier, but when you give a question and they answer it, it's like I usually rely on you like to like bounce off that question or energy, let's say. Yeah. But it was like really short because there wasn't a third person, you know. Bro,
you guys forgot Frame of the Week. I was like scrolling
through
it.
I kind of remembered, but at the same time I was like, I didn't have one on deck. I knew that I was missing one, but I was like, I didn't have one on deck, and they were pressed on time. I was like, all right, I'm just gonna skip it, whatever. So I don't want to take too much time with them, but that's that. Yeah. Pete, what have you been up to, man? I see you've been active pretty lately.
Yeah, I've had a couple shoots, man, doing my work. Less motivational talk, as we say. We had so many, you know, I want to talk about this. We were talking about it and we had so many people like, whoa, was that talking about me? I'm like, dude, no. Like if you like, why does everybody think everything's about themselves? Like, it's just dumb. And it sucks that you have to go through all that crap. But then again, this is our show. We say whatever. So if you feel like you said it towards you, like, it's probably not. Just relax. But anyways, I just had to throw out there because that was just fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, we did get bombarded a little bit, but it's all good, man.
Yeah. Like, anyways,
no one took it that serious.
I've been shooting a lot, man.
Tell us who you shot lately, man. Drop some names.
I've done a couple maternity shoots. Something about I can't really talk, but I got that today in the mail. You see my stories. But I shot. You threw me a lob this past weekend.
Who'd you shoot, man?
It? Michael Francis or something like that. It was
don't act like something like that, bro. You a fanboy, dude. You a fan.
We're gonna be like, Peter, you're cocky. Fool, shut the fuck up, man. You're just jealous. You ain't got shit going on, man. For real. That's the truth, bro. That's the truth. I'm speaking this is my fucking show. Yo, let's be real.
Where's this coming from?
I'm being real. I
thought you were doing a bit right now.
I barely came on this fucking podcast this season, so I'm gonna talk my shit.
All right, so who'd you Michael Francis?
So he was he's like really cool. Look him up. I'm not gonna give his whole backstory. Successful. He has a thing going on.
He's got a really successful podcast from what I understand.
Yeah, and it was the last second thing. And you shot him before.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, what the hell are you shooting? Blah, blah, blah. And you were like, who's that?
Yeah. No, real talk. So like when I got hit up by, I don't know if it's his manager or anything like that. Anyways, hits me up, finds me on Instagram, and it's like, yo, can you shoot homeboy, blah, blah, blah. And he's going to interview this fool. And I didn't recognize the guy that was hosting the show, but I recognized the guy who was interviewing, and I still don't even know his name. So I go there. I'm acting fucking normal. I set up I legit did a podcast studio, like 3 camera setup, just like this, and they had their own equipment. I just had to like help monitor everything because they were like whatever. And so I meet the dude or whatever, and I post one story, and I'm filming both of them, and then I go to I run to the bathroom because I was like holding my piss for like 45 minutes because the freaking episode was so long. And I go and I check my DMs or check my Instagram real quick, and I see a couple of dudes like respond to my story like, bro, are you filming Michael Francis? I'm like, yeah, who is this? Like, who is that? Like, whatever. Yeah. He's like, bro, this guy's a legend and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like super naive about it. Not even trying to be too cool for school. I legit just don't know. And your brother responds to me and he's like bugging the fuck out. He's like, bro, you're shooting Michael Francis, blah, blah, blah. And he gives you a brief background story on it. And so that's that. And I met the dude, took photos with them, and their story was really cool. And I've seen that like many clips from that episode that I shot, and it's like viral. Like I've seen it in so many like motivational pages. You know how like they steal people's content and they repurpose it. Yeah. So that was that, and kept in contact with them, and then now you got to shoot him.
Yeah, you were. It was like a Friday, and the thing was on Saturday. It was a yacht party.
Were you on a boat? Yeah, you're in a boat, right?
Yeah. It was a yacht, you know me. And then you threw me the lob the day before, and I was at work.
Yeah, it was very last second. He hits me up for photos. I'm
you
like,
never fucking call me. Like,
I'm surprised you picked up.
I was like, fuck, this would probably crash or something. or Paulo needs money. Fucking around.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, yo, everything good? And he's like, hey, like, you started talking to me, and I was like, oh shit. And then he's like, tomorrow. I was like, oh fuck, because I had a shoot that day.
Yeah,
but
you
I was
were
like,
booked already.
I was like, damn, I gotta book this shoot like an hour prior. So I was thinking about what to tell the client, and then I told him, and I was like, yo, we're good. And then I went, and then
Glad it worked out.
Yeah, it went good. So that's what happened. And then I have a couple more shoots.
Were you
lined up.
starstruck or anything? Like
No,
that?
I wasn't, because it's like one of those things where like you gotta be professional, right?
You gotta be cool. Yeah.
I go there, and it's obviously a yacht party, so like you seeing all these people. I had one dilemma. I was like, what should I wear? Should I wear like dressy? Should I wear like? And then my wife was like, "No, don't be like the center of attention, because you know me, I like being flashy and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
wear like a suit, like whatever."
Yeah, you can't look like them.
Yeah, and I was like,
all
like,
the
what-
chains and
yeah, I
all.
was like, man, what do I do? And that kind of like downplayed it.
Yeah.
And I get there and I start shooting, and it's like, oh, blah blah blah, and this and that. It was like a 4-hour
Boat,
yacht
right?
boat,
Like
and
a
it
sunset,
was-
like a sunset vibe.
yeah, like a sunset cruise type of thing.
Okay.
And then shooting, met a bunch of people, networking. But yeah, that's what I said. That's basically like the it was like I don't know how to say it. It was an experience where like you have to be professional, but at the same time you want to link up and
Right.
not seem like, oh, what the fuck? Like, you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
to
yeah.
me to like
You can't.
network.
Yeah.
So what I would do, I would just come up to the person. Like if you ever like in a high end, I don't know, like how do you
Scenario,
say
I
it?
guess.
Yeah, high end scenario with wealthy people or whatever. I would just take a picture of them and be like, "Yo, check it out." And it's like, if you ever need my services, hit me up. Or
Yeah.
It's like you need a LinkedIn profile or something, and that was my. It's like, you need a LinkedIn profile, like check it out.
Yeah.
And then I would not go on my phone though and show my Instagram, because I've done that before.
Too corny.
Yeah, I've done that before. I'm like, hey, look at my Instagram feed.
Oh
look.
man. Yeah.
But
yeah.
that was the old. That was.
Yeah.
The,
I remember those
learned-
days when you used to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, bro. And
I
then
like
I was like,
cringe.
I was like, oh, look at these pictures I've already took. And it was cool because like a lot of people are camera shy. I kind of reminded myself that, sometimes you got to step back and be like, not everybody wants their picture taken.
Facts.
And I would take like, you want a picture? And then it was mostly the older people that were like no.
Yeah.
Like, maybe like more drinks, and then I'll do it.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from like just about that, like how to approach someone, and
Okay.
it was cool. Definitely met some connections, and hopefully we can shoot together. But
Question: do you have business cards?
I want to get that.
you
square,
got to get on that.
I want to get that square thing or whatever, where like they can
They
take
could
a picture.
scan they could QR code it. Yeah.
Because business cards are cool, and you gotta think about it. People get drunk, people are out and about, and they first thing they feel is like, oh, receipt. And the card, like, they just throw it away. So if
True.
if you get them that little scanning thing or whatever, they'll be like, oh, and then they might open their browser, and then that thing might
Right.
the profile might be there. And
One
be
of like 50 pages they opened up.
yeah, and I'm
So
like, oh,
it's
who's this guy? And I was like, okay, but
I would have to disagree with that. I feel like giving the business card is a lot more. I mean, first of all, it's like a more tangible thing, and they
sure it is.
They hold it, they feel it. Depends on the material and the way it looks. Because when I film and shoot stuff, and they ask me for like, hey, information about inquiring like at this shoot from other people, for example, like a wedding. I'm like, yeah, like I have a business card if you want it. And he's like, yeah, I would love your business card. And I give him the business card. First of all, I always get compliment like, well, this looks cool and it feels good. Like I like the material, and there's a QR code in the back too. So like if they wanted to scan it and look me up a little bit more, they can. I recommend you doing that, especially in a high end scenario. Like, yes, the QR code is cool in the perfect world in 2021. I feel like that should be a known thing, but a lot of older folks don't know what the fuck a QR code is.
yeah,
They know the old school business side of like, yo, give me a business card. Yeah, they may lose it or whatever, but I've gotten business from a business card that I gave to somebody that I completely forgot about.
And you got to remember, this is coming from you. You do this full time. I do this part time. So
True.
You think about this more than I do. So
Facts.
maybe I'll
For something like that, like I think it's very cheap, honestly. They
it's
messed
like $10
up.
for like 100 or 200.
It's like I want to say, depending on who do you do it where, like I forget what site I used. I used a couple of different sites because the first one didn't. I don't like the way it came out.
Yeah.
And so they gave me the cards and refunded me, and I mean I got the card still. And then I went somewhere else. Still wasn't completely satisfied. I wanted this material feeling that I don't know how to describe. And they gave me something super close to it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I want to say like $30 for like 100 cards. It may be cheaper, but for the design, the QR code.
Yeah.
It was shouts to Kristen. She's the one that made it for me.
Damn.
But yeah, it just gives you a more like, I'm for real about this craft, you know?
Right, yeah,
So
That's
the,
why
the phone thing is super cool,
Yeah.
but I think it just depends on the group that you're at.
Yeah.
Like for example, you're in a high end, very important people, very wealthy people.
Yeah.
A business card's a little bit more in the classy side. If you're in a concert and you're with a rapper, maybe hey, QR code shit like that. That makes more sense. So you're right. I am full time at this, so I do think a lot about those little
More
micro
analytic,
details.
yeah.
So yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
But another thing I would, since we're on that, I would say the way you dress is another big thing.
Oh,
And,
come on, of course.
not a lot of people think
You didn't
about
go with that ring, right? I mean, that is your wedding
this
ring.
is-
Duh. I keep thinking that's like your stunt
This is
ring
my
or
pinky
something.
ring or
Yeah,
something?
I
Nah,
thought it was a
dude.
pinky ring for a
Yeah,
second.
this is already buzzed. I'm fucking water. No, but another thing is something that I've noticed is clothes. Like just because like a lot of people, I got this question last time. I was like, oh, like what should I wear to this wedding I'm shooting? Just like a black polo,
Right.
Or like a black shirt,
Right.
And I'm like, the fuck, like no, bro, like wear like something like a button up or something,
Yeah.
and a belt tucked in. Like I know it doesn't, it tucked in, and you're being shooting.
Depends on the shirt, I'd say,
I would say, I mean,
and
yeah.
it's all subjective too.
Yeah,
So.
and this is my only advice because if I don't know, somebody at the wedding or a guest might see you and be like, oh shit, I like his dress, I like his style, this and that. Like they're gonna notice you and want your service just because
Facts.
you look professional.
Of course.
Another thing, kind of like how you carry your equipment. I wouldn't suggest you to. I mean, it's all. This is my own opinion, but something I've noticed, like backpacks and like
Oh, yeah.
carrying your freaking
Looks
camera.
messy. It looks messy.
Yeah, it looks like
Yeah.
you're out of organized and
Yeah.
stuff. You want to keep it sleek. There's a bunch of stuff you can buy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying go buy gear. I'm saying buy like stuff.
No,
that
it's
can
I.
make it
I
look
think you're right.
professional.
You're like get the right kind of gear for the certain like I guess like events you're
Yeah.
covering. I'd say because yeah, I do come with my travel backpack, but I always set it aside to our workstation.
Yeah, I never.
I always call like, yo,
backpack.
where's our home base at? I'm gonna put my bag there, and then for the most part, I'm just holding my gimbal and my camera. That's it. So
Yeah.
it's like, and if I want to switch lenses, I just run back to my home base,
Yeah,
change it in that. But yeah, I do agree with the clothes because I don't know what it is, man. Like I've been shooting a lot of weddings lately,
Yeah.
and I do get hired as second shooter a lot, and sometimes like I see what they're wearing is like.
bro, you look nice. No
how
homo.
are you wearing that?
Yeah,
I try, dude. I legit try. Like, I call it a self-respect thing, bro. And then we've talked about branding. Branding is everything. First appearance is everything, man. Like first everything. And I see people dressed up with fucking Vans, with fucking Converse, with fucking like.
yeah, dude.
I remember a dude with a fucking wedding, dude, and this dude was wearing a fucking graphic T-shirt. I'm like, bro, what? Like. Granted, it was black, but it still had like a graphic T-shirt. I think it was like a Nintendo shirt or some shit like that. And I couldn't believe my eyes, and I'm fucking dripped up, man. Like
Yeah,
it's hot as fuck. I'm probably a little uncomfortable because I'm in a fucking. I have a nice dress shirt, nice sleek pants,
Yeah.
dress shoes. I'm standing for 10, 12 hours, and your fucking feet are probably hurting.
yeah.
And I'll take that sacrifice, man, because they'll always remember the way I look. Like I'll look really good, and. Yeah, man. It's all about looking professional.
It's funny that you say that because on this past wedding, I was a guest. The videographer, I think I mentioned this to you. First of all, he was handheld, which whatever. If you have steady hands,
If you're good,
Yeah.
you could pull it off.
But what he was like, you know what I just said. I told my wife, I was like, "What should I wear?" This guy was wearing like he looked like a I don't know what era, the 60s or 70s,
Sure.
and I was like, he stuck out like a sore thumb because the way he was dressed, Converse,
And he was a videographer.
yeah, and I
like
was
the
like,
main
dude, like,
videographer.
I can't keep my eyes off of you because I keep thinking I'm in the 60s, and I just thought that wasn't professional.
Yeah.
But
That's definitely a thing, man.
we're only telling you guys this because it's tips. You know, we're not
Yeah.
here to talk shit. We're here to express our opinions. This is the fucking podcast you tuned in because you
It also-
fucking hate us.
It also depends. It depends on like the scenario that you're at. Like if you're shooting a rap concert, yeah, a black tee like this, you could get away
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Black joggers, you could get away with. I wear black joggers most of my shoots, but if I'm filming for like something a little bit high, I'm doing a lot of medical stuff, real estate stuff, and weddings. I'm not wearing fucking joggers. I'm not wearing a black t-shirt. I'm wearing a nice dark button-up shirt with some nice jeans,
Yep.
and I have my dress shoes as well. So. Yeah, man, you got to look good, man. You got to look good.
Invest in yourselves. Me and you, like, we go shopping. It's like, oh, let's go get nice clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
You have to put time for that. Like,
and you're always putting me in game as far as like when it comes to like men, like brands. Because I don't really do the shopping. I don't care for it. Luckily, I have you and I have Kristen that they know swag. So they're like, hey, you should get this. This will look good on you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, fuck it. If you think that's it takes like a mental thing out of my play that I could use that energy for something else as far as like the business and stuff. She could figure out the clothing. Y'all like, yo, these jeans will look dope on you, man. Like, all right, I'll fucking get that shit. So no, you're right.
Remember, like it was crazy because it used to be opposite roles. Remember, I used to dress like a fucking bum, dude.
Facts.
Like, because I was like too creative, or I was just going through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
A breakup and this and that. But I was like that. Man, my self-esteem, like the way I looked like if I could fucking find a picture,
I would legit say, Pete, what are you wearing tonight?
This would be so embarrassed.
And I would be like, yo, if you show up like this, I'm never gonna go out with you again.
And
for real, I would say that.
We would show up to bars and I don't know what
this guy would have these crazy brown sandals. I'll never forget these fucking sandals, man. They were like with the Velcro on like the toe part and like the actual, I don't even know what that. And then you had these little fucking, look like you're in Seattle with this freaking jacket thing. Yeah, like, and then you would go with some high shorts. It's like, bro, this guy looks nuts.
I was just comfortable, man. Like I was like, I was just like, I didn't care. I felt comfortable. It looked good.
Yeah, and I don't know what made you do the switch, but I think it's because you were started consuming like Kai and Levi's fucking content because you were super into like their I got into cars.
Shoes first. I was like, okay, it's cool to wear shoes, like sick ass shoes with the shitty clothes, like because the clothes or the shoes will compensate for the clothes. But then like I just started,
But yeah, I mean, we all go through phases. Luckily, it was our early 20s, so. Yeah. I mean, it is. I used to dress good just to impress girls when I go out to fucking bars and clubs, man. That's the only reason why I did it. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah,
but now it's like I have a better reason to do it because that makes me more money. That could potentially make me more money. So
yeah. Oh, and another thing that I've been doing, I'm gonna post a video on YouTube. I got freaking I don't want to name the company.
Okay.
I got the thing that you wear as a strap for your camera. I got a single one this time. Because they were like, oh, like blah blah blah, this and that. Like, make a video, we'll send you this single thing. Okay. Because I already have the attachment that you can make.
Damn, first promo vid.
And I was like, fuck, and then I got it, and it's like, holy shit, they actually sent it. They weren't fucking around. So then they were like, just do like a fucking 5-minute video on YouTube, and I was like, well, these they're going off my fucking Instagram.
Did you already post it?
No,
did you already shoot it?
I put no. I started like doing the B-rolls, like this.
Because I could help you out with that.
Yeah, I want to do that. I want to like. Do like a real cinematic, like, hey, what's up, my name? Blah blah blah. And then,
I can help you out with that.
And then
I can mic you up, and it'll sound good, and then we
can work on that. And then I got that today in the mail. I tried it on. I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And
so now you have two. You have the double, and then you have the single.
Yeah, I have the single. The double is only like for weddings, dude. Like, let's be real. Like, nobody carries two cameras on it. I mean, there are, but for
depends
me,
the scenario. But in the wedding setup, it would make sense.
For my setup, I have my thing where if I want to change the lens, boom, put it there, boom. I have everything. My little pouch thing is like my backpack.
Sure.
And it's like a simplistic setup that's working for me. That just happened today. So then. Another thing, I was gonna say something else.
So let's talk a little bit more about this like collaboration, because it's a real collaboration. They give you a free product, and then you're just gonna make an honest. Do they? Because I've never done any of this like this or anything as far as like getting like a certain piece of gear.
Yeah.
Do they give you like a lane of what to say, what not to say, or they're like, "Yo, open, give me your honest feedback, keep it a stack."
No, they just says like, here's like, we appreciate your blah 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 business because I bought from them before.
Yeah,
you guys see my previous stories. Is like as a valued blah blah blah. Here's the thing: if you would do like a YouTube video or post it, right? They ask for your YouTube channel.
Well, yeah, they got to see that. They got to see the analytics.
Like, okay, you do have not even that. It was just like, do you seriously have a YouTube channel?
Gotcha.
And I sent them my thing, and I was like, cool. And it took it was like almost a month and a half process, but I mean, I did it. And then I mean, I don't feel bad because I spent a lot of money because I like the company, and they respect me as either they just did it just like, oh, here you go, like you spent a lot of money with us,
right?
Here you go because we appreciate you as a customer. We keep you because they're always continuing to make new shit.
So that's cool because like now that you guys have that relationship going on, I mean, they clearly see you as a valued customer. So you never know what could happen in the future.
Yeah.
Because I always see YouTube videos where they're like, "Oh, Sony sent me this camera, but they didn't tell me what to say, so I'm gonna say 100% what I feel about it."
Yeah.
And I never believe that because they always say good things, obviously.
Yeah.
And so. Damn,
But another thing is, that goes to show you, like Manny Ortiz, he just came out with a new umbrella, his own umbrella from Westcott. Westcott is like the Mercedes of umbrella or of soft boxes.
Yeah,
you know the soft boxes.
Yeah,
I have like the Adorama ones, like the cheap ones. They're still good. They're good umbrella or softbox, but it's not Westcott. Yeah. Westcott is like the Mercedes. So like,
where does Aperture land on that?
Aperture? The
Because
light,
Aperture's up there. I mean, they even have softbox too.
oh yeah, no, I don't know about their softbox, but their lighting is like the Mercedes too.
Okay.
Softboxes, lighting stuff. Softboxes, I know for sure Westcott is like the Mercedes because
Gotcha.
I have one from Adorama that's worth like 130. Theirs is worth like 250.
Damn.
So it's like double the price. And then Manny isn't like he's just a YouTuber, more of a YouTuber than he's a photographer too, but he's bigger. He's a bigger YouTuber than Instagrammer.
Yeah.
And Westcott just collaborated with him.
So it's kind of like how Peter McKinnon collaborated with Polar
yes,
Pro.
yes.
Gotcha. He's got his. That's fucking tight.
And it's like the size that's popular for every photographer, 36. So it says Westcott by Manny, and then
That's fucking hard.
But it's like
How much? I got to
it's
cost an arm and a
250.
leg.
It's 250, and you can get one and Adorama.
What's the non
I have that one too. It was 120. Oh no, the smaller one was 89, and the one I had, the 36, was 120.
Damn.
I think so. It's like double the price.
Sheesh.
But
Well, that's dope for him. He's collecting the bag.
yeah, but I mean, I'm trying to dig in more in like YouTube reviews. I keep saying that shit, but you know, I want to like this. Maybe will motivate me to do more products and stuff like that, because I feel like I'm good at like stating it, making something funny and reviewing something and like why you shouldn't, or my goal is to say like you should spend your money or you shouldn't spend your money on this.
Yeah.
And like be really honest about the product.
Yeah. I like the reviews where people say, because the latest review that I saw was a couple of weeks ago with Peter McKinnon. He reviewed it was like a light review on the R3, Canon R3.
Yeah.
And you know he's a Canon head, and he said the camera's a beast. It's dope as fuck, but I don't need this camera.
Yeah.
I don't shoot automotives. I don't shoot high ends. I don't shoot fast paced sports.
Yeah.
So for what I do, I don't need this camera. So that was pretty honest. He's like, but if you shoot like automotives or you shoot like football games or something that's really, really fast paced, get this freaking camera. It's for you.
Yeah.
And I respect people that say like, yo, this camera's meant for this kind of work. This camera's meant for this kind of work. And if you don't do this kind of work, don't drop $5,000 on it.
Yeah.
Buy this one instead. And those are the kind of reviews that I really respect. Instead of the people that are like trying to get that affiliate link click.
Yeah.
Like you could tell when some people is like, yo, buy this. It's the best. It's only the best. And like, I'm like, bro, I can see right through you. But they probably fool a lot of people that are just watching YouTube because they think it's the missing piece for them to create something really dope.
Yeah, they think that the new gear is going to give them some sort of courage to step out of their comfort zone. But
it's just a tool. It's really just a tool.
Yeah, I was going to say something right now. So we were talking about gear, right? The ones I like are ones like, it's like, honestly, man, this thing, I just got a new one. I'm gonna return it by the end of the show. I just didn't like it. Like, and then like when they say they were gonna return it, like that's when I was like, oh shit, like he really didn't like it.
Oh, gotcha.
But other than that,
because you do got to fulfill your video obligations.
Yeah. But but for me, that pretty much summarizes it. Been working 7 days a week because I'm trying to work. You said this before. I'm trying to grind so 5 years from now I can just relax.
Yeah.
And
enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Yeah, do all that.
Yeah. I've been doing a fuck ton of weddings, man. I did 2 weddings back to back on Saturday and Sunday.
Saw that.
And then this weekend I also have back to back weddings. And then the following week I have another wedding. So I'll have like,
it is wedding season, isn't it? Yeah.
And I don't believe in the whole wedding season thing. In San Diego, weddings year round, bro. Like in Colorado, that makes sense because it's too cold to the point where you can't move. Like you need to stay inside. Those are real seasons. We don't experience real seasons here.
Yeah.
So weddings, I've been doing weddings for a long time. So this month I'm probably gonna hit like 6 weddings, honestly.
Damn.
Some from my bookings and some from like just me second shooting, which I really enjoy doing second shooting because it's less pressure. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I don't take it serious because I do take my shit serious. It's just less pressure because I'm not leading. I'm just getting like I'm a second shooter essentially, and so actually what I am. But it's super fun. You just go in, you do your thing, you give them the card after, and you bounce, and that's it. You don't have to worry about editing or anything like that. Damn. So it's
and the
really
money
cool.
Ain't bad either, right?
No, the money's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing, bro. Yeah, it's really good. And so it's cool because like in the beginning of the month, I was a little dry as far as like weddings. I had like 1 wedding booked.
Yeah.
And then like within like 48 hours, I had the 2 weddings I did back to back. And then I just booked another one and another one. So it's like, it's all about networking, man. Because literally people saying, hey, I double booked myself. Can you lead for this shoot? I'm like, sure, I'm available actually.
Yeah.
Hey, I need a second shooter. Such and such referred me to you because he can't do it. Can you do it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I could do it. And so it's cool because like I'm meeting all these people that potentially need shooters all the time. So I work with this girl that she's a photographer and her husband's a videographer. And this is the second time shooting with them already because they liked who I was and they like my quality. So it was really cool, man. So I'm getting to know a lot of people just on word of mouth. So like it's all networking, man. Like it really depends on who you freaking know, man. I mean, yeah, your work has to be up there, but that's like not the whole thing. You need to like know the right people to.
And I want to say something before. Yeah, that networking shit. If you're a full-time freelancer like you, that's fucking important because, like you said, like for me, like my networking isn't as good as yours. It's like it's getting there. It's, you know, I'm doing my thing, whatever. But I'm not like consistently networking because one, I don't have time. And like you said, you'll have dry spells. Like man, like I only got one shit this month, but then the next month you'll have like 4.
Yeah,
I don't know where. Like sometimes it's networking, sometimes it's just because the luck of the draw.
Yeah,
and that's how it is. But networking, why don't you like? No, you're kind of already emphasized. Why
I can't more. What is it?
Like how do you maintain those relationships? Like has a network ever gone sour or like?
Yeah, I can talk about that. As far as networking, man, honestly, I'm just myself. It sounds super easy. And it's probably not the answer that most listeners and viewers want to hear. There isn't no secret sauce to this shit, man. Honestly, you just be yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely be professional. Show up on time. I always say showing up early is showing up on time. Showing up on time is late. That's just something I learned from playing freaking high school football. And dress nice, dress clean, look good. Don't look like a bum. Don't look like a scrub. Don't show up hungover. Don't show up on fucking drugs or high or anything like that. You got to be sharp as fuck and do your thing and always be courteous, professional, respectful. And yeah, man, it's nothing crazy to it. Get at each other on Instagram if you guys want. And that's pretty much it. That's all I've been doing because I was looking back. It's funny that you're asking me this question because couple days ago I was like thinking about like, man, like how am I still keeping like these relationships and they're like valuable relationships to me. And I'm looking back into my patterns of what I'm doing and it's like I'm doing the same shit that I've always done, like always. Like I always show up on time, look good, and be courteous, be respectful, be professional, and then you kill your fucking job. And then man, that's there's no secret to this sauce, honestly.
As far as the question though, like sour wise, have you ever like
sour? I mean, not that I could think of, and if there is we probably don't speak at all. Just you kind of like you know, like when you're high school friends, you kind of like you phase off and you kind of stop speaking slowly, and that's how it is. Kind of like that, but nothing like yo, fuck you. That's the last time we speaking. I've never had that before, so technically they're not sour relationships in my opinion. So yeah, not that I could think of, honestly.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So
what about what more stuff? I seen you been you just were in Vegas.
Oh yeah. I just came from Vegas yesterday. That was a trip, man. Got booked up to film this cool home for this architect. He's like I guess he's like a world famous architect.
Okay.
And so it was a $14 million home. The place was dope. It was right outside the strip, like 5 miles off the strip. And I mean, it was something else, man. It was super dope. That was cool because like I'm telling you, I'm living an IG thought life right now, man. Besides like rubbing on old people's balls, like and shit like that. But I'm there. I'm in San Diego, ready to fly because the guys that booked me are from LA. They fly from LA. I'm flying from San Diego. I'm supposed to do a sunset shoot that night, and I'm there. I'm supposed to fly at 1 p.m. I'm like, all right, that's perfect. I show up a little early for some reason. I show up at 10:30. I don't know what I was thinking. Way too early for me. Anyways, I'm there, and then my flight gets delayed like 45 minutes. We get on the plane, and then it's like, oh, pretty much saying like, yo, the plane is broken. We're gonna try to get a new piece and put it back in. We're gonna be fine. I'm like, that's kind of how they said it, man. They made it sound like it was an oil change, bro. It was weird. We get off the plane, and it's delayed for 45 minutes. Delayed for another 45. So I'm like literally just waiting there until like. By the time it's like 6 o'clock ish, 7 o'clock ish, I'm still there. And then I get notifications like, oh, your flight's delayed till 7 in the morning the next day. I'm like, I need to be in Vegas tonight. I already missed my sunset shoot. I need to be there for the sunrise shoot because that's where the sunrise shoot was like more like the meat and potatoes of the shoot.
Okay.
And the guy that I'm working with was like, bro, like I literally had to move mountains to make this shoot happen. Like I need you to be here somehow in some way. I'm like, I'm gonna be there. I'm looking for more flights. He's like, bro, find any fucking flight. Don't worry. I told you it's all on us. Like you're not paying anything. So like just get whatever the fuck you can.
Yeah.
And there's literally no other flights besides one flight, or there's two flights. One that I took was at 10 p.m. and it was Spirit of all of all airlines. And so I booked that one because it was direct. The other option was like, oh, you could fly through the same airline that canceled my flight, which is Frontiers. Fuck them too, by the way.
Damn.
Go to Phoenix.
Yeah.
Stay there for a 2-hour layover and then go to Vegas. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Damn.
So I'd rather wait a little bit longer just to get that direct flight. And yeah, man, I was there for like 12 hours in this freaking airplane or at this airport, which kind of sucked, but it is what it is. But it's something I learned about myself in that whole experience. I didn't have my laptop or anything, so I couldn't even work on anything. I just had my headphones listening to podcasts and music. And dude, I learned that I'm like, you're not gonna believe this. I told Kristen about this, and she started laughing at my face. I'm like, bro, like I learned that I'm pretty patient.
Fuck, well, you're the most impatient motherfucker right now.
Told you,
lying, bro.
So, as far as like stuff that I can't control, like if you're saying, hey, I'm gonna be here at 7 p.m., you don't show up at 7 p.m., yeah, I'm gonna get pissed because that's a disrespect to my time.
That is true.
Different scenario. If it's something beyond my control, like let's say your flight gets delayed, I could easily be like, what the fuck, I'm pissed, and then throw a hissy fit. It's like, bro, I can't control this shit. I'm gonna go to the bar, get another drink, and just enjoy myself as much as I can.
You know what? I know this is true because when we were in Cancun, bro, and it was fucking like 4 years ago, and we were like scheduled to get picked up by a bus, and the bus went to the wrong hotel, and I was bugging. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like this goes our trip, this and that. And you're just sitting there like, dude, chill, like we can relax. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing you can do about it.
But I'm like telling you, I'm like, dude, this fucked up my whole fucking day.
Yeah,
like,
it did, but we made up for it that day.
Yeah, we went to the
little boats.
Yeah, we got fucking burned. Yeah. But it was dope though. But yeah, you are patient about that part.
Yes, if it's stuff beyond your control, like I said, if it's stuff that we both agree on, and for some reason you don't hold up onto your end, for whatever reason, then yeah, I'm gonna get pissed off. But if it's something like really, really beyond my control, it's like, bro, it is what it is. If we're in traffic for 4 hours to go to LA,
yeah,
it is what it is, man. I exhausted all my options. There's literally nothing I could do about it. I thought about driving for a second, but like I'm a little too buzzed for that. I can't do that. I'm not gonna drive for 6 hours too. Yeah. But yeah, long story short, I landed in Vegas at midnight, stayed at the Cosmopolitan. Dope fucking hotel, by the way. Yeah. I mean, I've been to their clubs there years ago, but never stayed there. Really dope hotel. Slept for like 4 hours because I enjoyed the room for a bit, and then went to sleep, and then woke up for sunrise, did the shoot. That was dope. And then I didn't have time to like enjoy Vegas with the guys because they're kind of like going crazy that night of. So I was like, fuck, missed out on that.
Yeah.
And then they're like, hey, we're gonna go to the pool, man. Let's fucking hang out.
Yeah.
And they're like older than me, but they're still young enough to like fucking party.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, I can't, like, my flight's not till like 4, so like I just had enough time to have dinner with them, made connections with them, like really get to know them. Oh, so one thing I will say about as far as the networking part, be a human fucking being. Be a human being, man. Ask questions, be curious, have real life conversations outside of work.
Yeah.
Like I was having these I was asking them stuff, like random stuff, man. Like, yo, like, so how long you guys been knowing each other, man? Like, and you could just tell that you fit in when you're like, they start joking in front of you, and it's like sometimes they even crack on you. Like, that's cool. Like, I'm like, all right, I broke the barrier where like they think I'm cool enough to like, hey, let's all dick around together. Yeah. You know, because you could tell when someone's like a little bit stiff and then stiff around other people. It's like, all right, this is a weird mesh right here. But like these guys were like, they were just themselves. I was myself. I was cracking some jokes too. Like, that's when I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be a good business relationship.
Yeah. Let me add on to that because that's perfect. I'm glad that you brought that. So on this trip, obviously, not to brag or anything, there's like millionaires, right? Like, that's like I can't really talk about it, but anyways, there's millionaires, and I'm like, fuck, like I'm like I gotta take pictures of them. I don't care. And I'm like, at first I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And then like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah. And
then I'm like, hey man, it's like, so how do you guys know each other? And like you said, and you make them feel like, not to say like they're above me, but they're like, oh shit, this guy's just another fucking human being.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh, like blah, blah, blah. And I forgot to mention, I met this photographer there, dude. I fucking forgot his name, but we follow each other now. he does like kind of like boudoir shoots.
Okay.
And he was like a big commercial photographer in the 90s, late 2000s or early 2000s.
So he's an older.
Yeah, and he was like, so this is, I was gonna bring this up, but I just fucking forgot. He was like, oh, like that low light camera, man, they're beasts. And I was like, the fuck, like this old guy talking to me like he knows stuff, and I'm like, he probably saw some YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, Sony, but I got my flash and this and that. And he's like, yeah, I have and he said some camera. It was like a.
You always got to meet one photographer in every shoot.
And this guy it was funny because this guy, when I took a picture of him, he's like, hey, who's this guy? Like, I'm like, the fuck, what do you got to be a jerk? But then it was cool. Like, he was just a photographer to photographer.
Okay.
I didn't know that at the time. And then he comes at me, he's like, oh, low light, and he's like talking to me. And then he's showing me his portfolio, and I'm like, holy shit! Like, he's from New York and this and that.
Oh, so he was like,
studio.
for real.
Yeah, and he was like, yo, if you're ever in New York in the Queens area, hit me up. Let's go shoot my studio. And I was like, what? Like, damn, that's dope. And that was, I forgot to mention that, but yeah, that's one thing because like you become human. Like,
you got to be a human being.
Yeah, you it's easy. It's people who are shy, like you are, just find something that you guys can connect with.
Yeah,
or
find the one thing that's relatable to each other, and then kind of go off that for sure.
I love that you brought that up.
Yeah, no, so yeah, just be a human being, man, and all the stuff that I said beforehand, and also like be social. Like social media, man, it's called social media for a reason. Like on Instagram, like I'll comment on some of their shit, like not on every post because you don't want to be that person that's like, you could tell like, all right, bro, you're trying to like dick right at this point. But like, yeah, but once in a while, like yo, this shit was actually dope as fuck, bro, like or something like that, and like engage on their content, and it'll remind them of you. Oh fuck, I forgot about Alberto, like I forgot about Peter, like stuff like that. So, and once in a while, man, I'll give a call, phone call sometimes. I'm like, yo, how you been, man? What's up, man? Like I usually do that on long drives.
What do you want?
Yeah, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Tell me what's up with life, man. And like I said, just be a fucking human being, dude. That's all.
Damn, if you know that's true, fuck, Alberto doesn't even give me those calls.
Hey, I gave you a call, man, for a connect.
I know. That's great, man. That's great. So you're getting busy now as fuck.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. Like, yeah, man, like the amount of like the gigs that I'm doing right now outside of weddings, not even including the weddings, but like they're up in the few thousands per gig, man.
Yeah,
like,
that's good.
Like we're looking like a 4,000 to 6,000 like range in that area. So like it's all about who you know. I work with this one person. She digged me a lot. She really liked who I was and how I did my work. I was very professional. Fast responses on email within 24 hours. Like I'd say within 12 hours to respond to an email.
Yeah.
That's another tip right there, guys. And she's hired me like 5 times, 6 times already.
Damn.
So like, and she's well connected in the medical field. And so like, hey, you guys need video content? I know the guy. And boom. And like, she's connecting me with all these dope people. And then the person that I work with in Vegas, he's like, yo, man, like, I could connect with all these dope ass architects that want to stunt their shit. You know, they want to stunt their work. And so I'm like, fam, like this is where I want to be right here.
That's your clientele.
I want to meet the people that are like out there, bro, like out for the stars, you know? And it's one of those where you get to a point where like you get to a point where like I don't know, it's hard to say how I did things because I'm still trying to figure this shit out. Like as we speak, you get to a point where it's like, once you get done with all like I don't want to call them shitty clients because they're not shitty clients, but you go through a certain type of client where it's like they're always trying to like penny pinch you, ask for more shit. Give me a discount, bro. I don't even know you. Why do I owe you a discount?
Yep.
It's crazy when people ask for discounts. It's just like that meme that we always talk about. The $5,000 client's like, here's the invoice on time. Thank you for your service. Yeah. Boom. Just like that. That is a fucking fact. Yeah. And you do less work for it.
Bro, this client.
It's a cheat code, man. It's weird.
Yeah. The one you sent me, it's like boom, boom, boom. I was like, cool. And it's because it's a progression. Like, I mean, we're here because, you know, one thing I came back to season 3 because I didn't want to pawn no more because I was like busy and I was like, dude, like I'm shooting a lot and it's working out for me. Yeah. Podcasting takes a lot of our time. Like it's a Thursday today. I want to watch Squid Games and just eat ice cream and chill. Is because this is like our journal. Mm-hmm. You know how like people vlog? Yeah. Well, fuck, we're podcasting. Yeah. And we're recording our progression. It's like a live. It's like a living podcast that every episode we give you guys tips.
A weekly progress.
Yeah. We give you guys tips that maybe 2 months ago you don't need, or maybe 2 months ago we'd be looking forward to this episode and be like, man, what the fuck? They're fucking cocky or this and that. but it's like a progression thing. And low key, I'm kind of being selfish. I'm doing this for my own thing. Like sometimes
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like I'm sure like it's recording our progression, and it's beautiful to see like I don't know. Like
when we first started, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna be like 20 episodes. I was like, damn, we've done more than 50.
Yeah, this is a 53rd episode, man. Like, think about where we were 53 episodes ago as far as like our side hustle.
Yeah.
Well, to me, it's a full-time hustle.
Yeah.
And look where we are in 53 weeks. It's obviously more than 53 weeks later because we took 2 breaks.
Yeah.
Yo, it's crazy, man. Like, it's all about consistency. And we're not talking about the whole podcast consistency shit. We're talking about like work on yourself every single day consistently, one step at a time, 1% at a time, and you'll be surprised where you could get in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, man.
Let alone 50 something weeks.
Dude, since the podcast started, my fucking rates have tripled. And if you guys listen from 1 to 6 and follow like the tips we give you, like you should. This is a free fucking masterclass in your hands, man. Like think about it.
And while you're at it, give us a like on YouTube,
please. That thumbs down all the time. Keep it up, man.
Yeah, keep it up, homie.
Comment, say something negative. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
but no, this is real shit. Like this is like a living podcast, and you guys can go start from. If you're a new listener, and you barely picking up this podcast. Yeah, wow, these guys just talk. Go check out the other ones, and then you see the progression, and it's a beautiful thing that we're doing this thing for you guys, and me and him can look back and be like, damn, like when you get on top of the mountain, be like, damn, I've been places.
But you're right though, like this is like a weekly progress report. Like remember in school, like, oh, here's your progress report, and you like want to throw it away so your parents don't sign it. At least I did.
Because you were a football player, didn't they sign it?
No, I don't know. I feel like, anyways, but yeah, it is a cool experience, man. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of weddings. It's been cool. But I'm really enjoying where I'm at right now. It's been pretty fucking sick. It's less work. You have more time for yourself, more time to like I said, I'm going through this like weird obsession. Like I've always been into like improving myself as much as I can. But right now I feel like I'm at triple speed as far as like, yo,
do you feel you're in your prime or what do you feel?
As far,
let's say somebody were to ask you.
I'm not in my physical prime, that's for sure. I'm still trying to drop a few more.
We're talking about your career.
Oh, career wise, it's hard to tell, man, because I feel like every month it's like something different, and it's like the growth is like it's pretty substantial.
Yeah,
I feel it's hard to say like, oh, this is my prime, but it is my highest peak as far as like pricing and rate and like the bookings that I'm getting. It's like definitely my highest so far.
That's what I feel too. Like I feel like right now I feel like this feeling that I'm feeling like damn, like people are booking me, like people are like not even negotiating with me. They're just fucking saying like, yeah,
that's going to the same thing with the meme thing. It's the same thing.
That was like my goal like maybe 6 months ago. But now I have this feeling like in my gut, like oh damn, like just wait till you shoot this person, just wait till you get hired by blah blah blah. Like it's not gonna come to a surprise. It's just like I'm manifesting, and it's funny that we say about this thing where like, because I was looking at my career, like I love doing photography, but my main like I have 2 passions. I have work and then I have photography. And for work, for the longest time, I was like, man, I can't wait till I'm at this height in my work. And then I was like, man, but how am I gonna get there? How am I gonna get there? But I will get there. On the back of my head, I was like, I'm always gonna get there. And then I got there, and dude, I go to work and I'm like, damn, like I feel blessed because I did all this like thinking and knowing that I am capable of doing it. Yeah. And I'm working doing my new job, and I'm just like fucking loving every second. And then I'm like oh, like sometimes I get tired of that. I'm like, I still got photography. Like damn, like I got photography and my job that I love. Yeah. And that's really hard, but if you have like this like hunger to like keep going forward, like because a lot of people, I'm not saying a lot of people, but sometimes it can be complacent. Like I was there when I was complacent. Man,
everybody was job,
there. I get enough PTO. This is the good life,
decent 401k benefits.
But if you like keep like looking for more struggle, like the more stress,
you gotta switch to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's like you only grow if you're uncomfortable. Yep, and then like right now, my new job is super stressful. Makes me uncomfortable when I first started.
That's a fact.
And now it's like man, this is so easy peasy, man. Like let's go.
So y'all stressing over this shit? Like
I know. Like now I want more stress.
All right.
It's funny, but I'm addicted to stress. The good
stress.
But
like the good stress, so not like bad fucking trauma shit.
Not the stress like oh, don't forget to post this, don't forget to do that. Like that's like the annoying stress. But the stress is like oh, how are you gonna solve this? Like here's a problem.
Honestly, life is like a one big problem solving game.
Yeah, and
filming is one big problem solving game. I'm sure photography is for you. Like everything you have planned, it never goes according to plan. You have to just adjust all the time. Like you need to learn how to adapt. That's why like when this shit's beyond my control, it's like, all right, we'll figure it out. Do something different. Yeah, man. So it's cool that you're saying that you're like in this space where it's like, man, it sounds like you're practicing a lot of gratitude, which you should, because you're like, you're looking back, you're like, fuck, I'm grateful for this job. I'm grateful that everyone is fucking booking me for photography. I'm grateful for my wife. I'm grateful for my parents and family. Like, yo, shit's good, man.
Yeah.
Like, because there's someone out there that doesn't have it the way you have it, and they wish they could be in your shoes.
Yeah,
and you always gotta remember that.
Yeah, like who the fuck said it? That was a quote. It was a corny quote. I told Shelby, I was like, it's like she was having a bad day, and I was like, man, remember somebody is going to sleep praying for their life or like praying to wake up the next day.
Yeah,
and then like you're tripping over
first world problems.
Yeah, first world problems. Like dude, like it's not the end of the world. Like just
I always think that too, man. It's like there's someone out there in the world that's like has it. They don't even know when their next meal is or shit like that. Like where they're gonna sleep. It's that's why I say, man, we're living in the greatest country ever, man. Like, there's no fucking excuse of making shit happen, man. You could definitely make things happen here, because we could be in a different country where the rules are a little bit more stiff or just fucked up. And no, man, we're legit fucking blessed, man. Hashtag blessed for sure, man.
Hashtag blessed.
But fuck all that sentimental shit. Have you read this article that's been going on everywhere? It's been fucking viral at this point. I've had many people send this to me. I'm like, bro, I already read it. But for those that don't know, it's about this photographer. I actually have it here. Long story short, it's a wedding photographer who got hired to shoot a wedding, obviously, for a friend of his or some shit like that.
Oh, really?
And the thing that most people don't know is, like, he's like an Instagram dog photographer. So I don't even know if I could call him photographer. Fuck? He just posts dogs on his Instagram. The friend wants to save. He's a penny pincher, obviously. Yeah. Hey, bro, shoot my wedding. And he doesn't want to do it. He's like, I don't want to do it. He's like, come on, man. So he's like, I got convinced to do it. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it for a friend. The pay is $200. That says a lot. Yeah. So a lot of people were telling me like, yo, it's fucked up that he did that. I'm like, bro, you don't know the whole story. Read the actual. Click the link. Don't fucking just read the headline, because they want you, like, it's an attention grabber.
Clickbait.
Exactly. Long story short, doesn't get fed. He's working slave hours. Like, they're like, the guy described it like, yo, this guy was legit like a dick to me. Like, he was pretty much making it sound like I was like his employee. Like, hey, you need to stay here and be a photographer. Like, you can't eat, blah blah blah. So he's like, yo, fuck this shit. I don't even want to do this anyways. $200 is not even worth it.
Yeah.
Deletes all the photos that he took of the couple in front of his face, and then bounces. I think that was like a boss move, and respects to that guy.
Yeah,
because fuck that guy for sure.
Yeah,
the girl. I mean, it sucks for the girl, but fuck that guy.
Yeah. Have you had any experiences where like you were like, yo, bro, when are you gonna feed me? Or
okay, something about weddings, and
because
I've been going through this, and I'm going to implement this in my contract from here on out.
Yeah.
I've never gone through the point where I've never got fed, but I've gone through points where, like, you get, in a perfect world, the media team's supposed to get fed first, right after the bridal party. Bridal party goes first, of course, and then the media team. The reason for that is you have time to eat, you have time to chill, rest. Remember, you're on your feet at this point, you're on your feet for like 6 hours. You're in there from the morning to, like, let's say, I don't know, depending on the wedding, but you're on your feet for like 6 hours, and then you finally get to chill for a bit.
Yeah.
You finally get to eat, and then while everyone's eating, you're kind of resting, and then you're getting your gear prepped for the toast, because it usually happens right after dinner.
Yep.
In the perfect world, you're supposed to eat right after the bridal party. Then you chill for like 30 minutes, and then you get ready for like the toast and stuff. I was having this conversation before I read this article with all the people that I've been working with, and I'm saying that the last 4 weddings, there's always something when it comes to fucking feeding the media team, and it's so fucking annoying. And so, like, reading that article, and then like the 4th time going through it over the weekend, I'm like, that's the final straw. I need to put this in my contract so they know what the fuck's up.
Yeah.
So a lot of things that I've been going through is not that I'm not getting fed, but we're getting fed last. It's like, bro, you're giving us literally like a 5-minute window to eat our shit, and then run to do the toast and shit like that to cover the toasts.
Yep.
It's like, bro, like, we're supposed to eat first.
Yeah.
And it's been happening the last 4 weddings.
Fuck that.
But couples don't think about shit like that.
Nah.
So I can't put the 100% blame on them. And this past weekend, I mean, I shot this fucking beautiful wedding. I mean, they had to drop at least $70K if I were to guess.
Fuck.
Yeah. And the coordinator shows up and is like, hey guys, I have bad news. I'm like, great. It's like, the couple only paid for 4 plates. And it was like,
what?
It was like high end plates. So it wasn't like tacos or shit like that. And I'm like, great. There's 4 of us. Or no, he says the couple only paid for 3 plates. I'm like, great. There's 4 of us. One's gonna get short. Or no, it was 5. 4 plates and 5 of us. 2 photographers, 3 videographers.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, one's gonna get short. The leader that hired everybody is like, I'll take the L on this. I feed my crew. I'm like, yo, respects. And I'm like, yo, we're all gonna split it together. We're good.
Yeah.
There's plenty of fucking meat and shrimp. Then the vendor shows up, gives us the 3. She gives us 3 plates. I'm like, yo, you said 4 plates.
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah, the DJ's included in your guys' team. So he gets a full fucking plate for himself, the DJ.
Damn.
So we get fucking we get like 3 plates, bro, when there's 5 of us.
Damn.
So that was like, yo, fuck this shit, man. Like stuff like that was like pissing me off.
Damn.
So that's the only thing is like I need to start implementing this in my contract while I do my consultation. Like once they agree to work with me,
Yeah.
from here on out, I'm like, hey, we need to be fed right after the bridal party, and the reason for this is because of what I just explained.
Yeah.
So I totally get what that photographer kind of went through.
Yeah.
I mean, he really went through hell. First of all, he's getting paid $200. Yikes, crazy.
Fuck that.
You got to bump that up $1,300 at least.
Minimum.
And you're not getting fed. Yeah, the dude deserved to like not get his photos.
Yeah. I mean,
So what do you think about that?
No, I mean, I don't props to him because I've been in the scenario where I've shot a wedding and then the same thing happened, dude. I was like, oh, what up? It's like, I was like, yo, bro. They kept telling us like, yo, he's like, go get some food. I'm like,
Okay.
It's like, okay,
Sounds
let's
good.
Let's get some food. And I was like, oh, just a second. Me and the other videographers. I was the only photographer and there was 2 videographers.
Gotcha.
And we go, and like, oh, just a second. We're finishing up the tables. I'm like, dude. And I'm like, whatever.
Oh, so
fine.
you guys got fed last?
We got fed last. And then
That's
it was
a big
like,
no.
I was like, dude, like, when are we going to get fed? I was like, in my head, I was like, this is my first wedding. I was like, fuck, I guess we're
It is what it is.
They keep telling us I'll grab a taco later. The lady comes like, oh shit, here you go, guys. Like 2 plates per person. I'm like, wow, that's really nice. I'm like fucking eating. I take 2 bites. Hey guys, the toast is about to go. I'm like, are you fucking serious,
So
bro?
you went through the same
yeah,
thing.
so I'm like, wow, bro. I'm like, oh, and I fucking grabbed my food, put it there. I go shoot the toast and stuff for half an hour. I come back for my plate. It's gone, bro. Trash. I'm like, fuck. But then a good experience I've had was this past shoot. So we're at the yacht party, blah blah blah. It's like a 4-hour yacht party around the sunset.
Yeah.
From this and that, and then we go, and then the guy who hired me, he was like, he's like, hey Pete, he came to me personally. He was like, hey Pete, like there's no line. Go get some food. And he told me like get some drinks too. And I was like, nah, I'm good. He's like, are you sure? Come on, I'll take you to it. And he personally took me to the line, dude. Grabbed some food, and I was like, wow, dude, that's good. Like
That's
customer
nice,
service.
yeah.
Like, and then I ate. I got a couple of drinks, dude. I remember like towards the end of the night, I was like, man, I'm already done. Like I already did the one-on-ones with Michael.
Yeah,
and
once you're done with everything, then you can like kind of party. You have to you need to feel the vibe first. But when he says, yo, get a drink.
So one thing that it did happen to me that was kind of weird. So I'm like going there, and it's like before we had dinner. I lied because we did have a couple of drinks before dinner. It's like everybody's drinking, and then I'm like, you know what? Like I'm getting kind of thirsty. I go, and then I'm like at the bar, and I'm like, oh shit! Like people think I don't think people noticing that I'm in the line too, because everybody's just like going around me. And I'm like, I'm waiting for a drink, and then I finally go to get a drink, and I was like, hey, can I get a drink? And he's like, wait, like are you a vendor or what did you say?
Yeah,
a contractor. And then I was like, what? He's like, no, I'm the photographer for this event. The guy who did this event hired me.
Still not allowed.
And then she was like, no, she was like, okay, because I just gave a drink to a contractor vendor, and I got in trouble. And I was like,
well, technically you are a vendor. You're not supposed to.
But she was saying was
it's like a liability thing. It makes sense.
I don't know. She was basically saying if I worked for the boat, like if the boat hired me.
Different. It's different.
And I was like, no, like this guy hired me. I said his name, and he was like, oh, okay. And then I gave her like a tip or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know what I noticed too? I was like, a lot of people weren't giving tips. I was like, what the fuck? Like why am I giving tips? But I gave him a tip. That's just regular.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was that's my experience. I agree with the photographer. Like he should have done that. Like the fuck, like $200. Like you're getting
chipped, and you're not even enjoying yourself, and you don't want to do it to begin with, and he's treating you like shit according to the article that I read.
Bro, when I saw the photographer's face, I was like, dude, I think that bird knows that guy.
Yeah.
Because he looked like the guy.
It's not him. I think it's like a stock photo image or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, as far as drinking, man, I remember doing a wedding at this really nice like venue.
Yeah.
And I kind of knew the people that were getting married, so it's like, all right, we're kind of cool, you know, like we're fine. And I went to the bar after everything was shot and done. I was
Yeah.
pretty much kind of like milking my milking clock or milking the time because there's nothing else to capture. So we were kind of
Right.
just hanging out for a little bit just to rest. So I wanted to go grab a drink, and I was holding my camera. So that's probably a mistake right there. And then like the bartender's like, "Oh, are you part of the media team?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Sorry, we're not allowed to give you guys drinks." Like,
The fuck?
yeah, because I get it. It's a hotel liability.
Oh.
Because she also thought I got hired through the hotel. I'm like, no, I didn't get hired through the hotel. The couple hired me. He's like, okay, well, everything's good if you could have the couple come over here and say, hey, it's okay for them to drink.
What? Damn.
So I was like, fuck that. I'm like, I'm not gonna force the couple to do that for me. Like, that's not what they hired me for. And it's not the greatest look ever. I'm sure they would have said, yeah, like, hell yeah, he's okay to have a drink. But
Seems
I didn't want to go out of my way to
professional.
do all that.
Yeah.
But luckily, I knew some of the people that were there and were chopping it up. And I kind of said my story, like, yo, I can't get a drink. He's like, why don't you grab a drink? I'm like, I can't get a drink. And I told him the whole reason. He's like, I'll get you a drink, bro. So they come back. And so it worked out. But yeah, you got to be really careful about when it comes to like the whole drinking thing. Like and I'm not saying I'm getting wasted or anything like that. I'm getting a beer, maybe 2 beers, and that's it. I'm not getting a fancy cocktail with like more alcohol content. Like I'm not doing any of that. It's kind of,
Double shots.
you don't want to do any of that. Yeah, for sure. It's just a bad look.
Yeah.
You got to be professional. I'll have a beer at the end of the night for sure. But other than that, that's pretty much it when it comes to feeding.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad you went through that. So it's not just when I'm encountering these. I'm sure it happens to a lot of videographers,
Yeah.
wedding filmmakers, photographers, where you get fed last, which is complete BS. And the fact that one dude didn't even get fed at all, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like that should be a given, but we're assuming that, and they're not gonna think like us. Like this is another reason why, pro tip, guys, I always bring my 40-ounce Yeti for like water, and because you never know when you're gonna drink water over there, so you got to keep yourself hydrated. And I always pack nuts or jerky, or some sort of protein bar, because you just never know, man. And you get hungry in between the getting ready prepping part till dinner. Like you're not gonna not get hungry between those hours, because there's long hours before you can eat dinner. So you gotta like snack on like either a protein bar, nuts, or jerky, and drink tons of water all the time throughout the entire day. So
that's funny that you say that, because I bring 2 Slim Jims and Mixed Trail and put in my little bag, because I learned this from my first wedding. I was like, I'm just not gonna eat. I'm not gonna eat because I'm gonna eat a big meal beforehand, then I'm gonna eat like maybe when they feed me. Well, no, I got fed fucking last, and I was hungry for like 4
and you had
or
to
5
scarf
hours.
it down, not eat comfortably, and you got cut short.
Yeah, and beginning of the wedding, I was like, dude, my stomach fucking hurts because like I ate a big meal. So just like bring like snacks. Like it sounds dumb, but I mean you will appreciate that snacks.
Yeah, and your body will. I mean, you got to keep your body. It's an engine, man. You got to keep it fueled.
Yeah.
Drink water, cold water. Keep yourself hydrated. People forget about drinking water, man. It's like, to me, it's like my number one health priority. It's like drink a ton of fucking water throughout the entire day. So yeah, fuck that guy. Glad he got his pictures deleted. Sucks for the bride, but I hope that's a lesson learned. And any guys, if you're a photographer, a wedding photographer, wedding videographer, I would do what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna start adding that part in the consultation and in the contract. Like, hey, we need to get fed after the bridal party because this is the reason. If you want us to cover toast, we need to get fed before anybody else can.
Yeah,
because
that's your explanation.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna start implementing that from here on out. So yeah, man,
that's good. I mean, do we have frame of the week?
Yeah, we got frame of the week.
That is, I mean, this is our free 99 to you guys. You know, implement this shit. If you do weddings, obviously a bunch of you guys do weddings. Comment down below what's your horror story. We want to hear those.
Yeah, it's a good.
It's not only us. We want to hear you guys.
Yeah, if you have any experience as far as like wedding, anything wedding related, as far as like getting fed, leave us a comment on YouTube, and we would love to hear about that for sure. So this week's frame of the week is going to be at Noah Castro Photo. You'll see her here in the white wall. And what do you think?
Damn, nice. The lights freaking hanging. What's it called? Lower shutter speed?
Yeah, it's a low shutter speed shot of a freeway, and you can just see the lights getting dry throughout the entire freeway, like the tail and the headlights. So it's a nice red and white contrast. And the caption is just messing around with long exposure on Charleston Boulevard. I don't know where Charleston Boulevard's at. Oh, it's in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Damn, nice.
I just clicked the geotag. So yeah, congratulations, Noah Castro Photo. Thanks for supporting the Potter. If you guys want to be on next week's frame of the week, just drop some heaters, tag us, And yeah, man. I heard you say something about Squid Games, man.
Oh, I'm on episode 4. Episode 4.
That show is so crazy, man. It's so good at the same, like, I'm sure you guys have heard of Squid Games at this point. It's like the #1 show on Netflix in like so many countries.
Yeah.
I was watching the BTS today on Squid Games, and dude, it's like everything you see in the show is real. It's not VFX. It's not CGI. There's only one CGI
I could tell
like setting, but yeah. I don't want to say because I'm not sure if it's if you've gone that far. It's like a second to last episode.
I'll just say this Rope or something.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
That is the only one that's like a little bit, because I mean you have to.
One thing I will say, a lot of heat that I'm telling other people, like, oh, watch this, because I've been watching other shows and finishing them, and then I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait this till last. Is I keep hearing a lot that people saying that they messed up the narrative or like the translation or the voice matching,
as far as like the dub part. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I watched the dub, and sometimes I'll flip flop to like I want to hear what they actually sound.
Yeah, to
see if it kind of matches the dub, and for the most part, they did a decent job. I mean, it does kind of annoy you because it doesn't match their mouth clearly. Really? But to me, I thought it was a decent job.
Yeah.
I thought it was a decent job because I've seen some other shit that's like, it's so obvious, like it really distracts me.
Yeah, it didn't distract me. That's
it didn't distract me either.
I told people, I was like, dude, like I've watched other movies and like
it's really distracting,
and it's really distracting. Yeah. But this one was like, they did a pretty good job.
Yeah, they did a decent job. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. But it's such a visually pleasing thing to watch, isn't it? Like, I mean, there's definitely a lot of horror that happens, but like the art department really killed like the whole setting, like as far as like, especially with the escalator room part, like like the colors, the framing, like they shot that in a red camera, which is pretty impressive.
You know the song that goes like dee, dee,
yeah,
when they're, I'm like, doesn't that sound like the Millionaire song?
I don't know, man, but it's just good, like really good,
simplistic, dude.
Yeah, one setting and that's it. But like it's super beautiful as far as like how they shot it and like the actual setting. It's like all real, which I really appreciate that, because they could easily put a green screen and just like fake the whole thing.
Yeah.
But the fact that they actually made this into a real thing, it's like more props to them.
Yeah.
It's a dope show. If you guys haven't checked it out, definitely recommend watching it. Yeah. They really killed it in the cinematography side for sure.
Yeah. I was going to share a podcast, but I forgot the name. I used to listen to a lot of Dave Ramsey. He's like a financial advisor, like tells you how to pay off your debt. If you have student loans, if you have like credit card
debt.
He's
a finance guru, right?
Yeah, but now there's this one that Shelby started telling me, and like we're implementing now. I'll comment it on the YouTube, and like it tells you like pay off your high interest credit cards, and then after that do this, do that. And I'm like, damn, like Dave Ramsey. I thought Dave Ramsey was cool. This girl's way better, like financial. I just started listening to.
What's it got to do with Squid Games?
Oh no, I was just telling them. I thought we were talking about like stuff that we've seen so far.
Oh, okay, all right. So what do you listen to? Okay,
I don't know. I'll comment down below, but I mean, it's helping financially. Like, I've been like saving more money. I've been like financially putting all that, because
put that in the comments on YouTube.
But Squid Games is a sick ass show. I'm into it.
I was like trying to figure out a correlation. Like, was she in the show or like?
I thought we were talking about. Squid Game. How many episodes are there?
Like 9 or 10. I don't know. I don't know.
In episode 4, but
no, you still got ways to go,
dude. Oh, so let's talk about. We fucking had nightmares, bro. We're talking about this, bro. That shit was crazy.
Pause.
It's a graphic show, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're squeamish, maybe not for you, but. I was like last night. It was funny because I was telling you, I was like, dude, last night I was like talking to my, like Shelby woke me. I was like, what the fuck's wrong? And I'm like, what? And I was like, oh, you were like, brr. And I was like, oh, like somebody scared me, and I was like, you got me. Yeah. But I was saying, you got me
out loud,
and it sounded like
gotcha. Yeah, I was watching it until like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, like for like the last 3 nights, and it's like, eventually I'll start seeing things. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
but. That's that. Pete, where can people find you at, man?
You can find me at petercollinframes.com, IG Peter Collin Frames.
And people can find me on Instagram at _Mendoza_ and on YouTube, Alberto Mendoza, AlbertoMendoza.com as well. And if you're on Spotify, make sure you give us a rating. Any DSPs, if you're on Apple, give us a 5-star rating and give us a review, please. We really appreciate that. YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe button. To that hater that keeps disliking our video, keep it up, bro. You're giving us engagement, so we appreciate that.
One more thing, I Spotify has a new thing that I can add a question. So I'm gonna start putting a question to answer it.
Wait, what do you mean?
It says like a questionnaire or some shit, and they can answer a question. I'll look it up
In
right now.
Spotify?
Yeah, in Spotify.
Okay.
So I put that. I think I put that on the last episode. But look out for that. You know, answer the question. It's
Yeah.
always like a good question. And yeah, we're gonna do it. This is gonna do it for episode number
53
of In the Frame podcast.
Next week we have a good guest, so
Yeah.
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, super sick guest. This is gonna do it for us. We'll catch you on episode number 54 of In the Frame podcast.
Peace.